Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I've got something really cool here with me. Yes, because I've got the Peter Rassenti Small Paysan full dress in the house for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound and the feel of this guy. But first of all, let me say a big thank you to my buddy Guillaume for sending this guy along for me to be able to check it out and to review it for your viewing pleasure. And second of all, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of amazing content, because this is a pretty unique blade. This is one-off, of course. It's a beauty. It's fantastic. It's the Small Paysan full dress Peter Rassenti. I mean, what do you expect? So let's check out how big this guy is, because overall length of this knife is going to be 7 inches with a little bit less than 3-inch long blade and probably kind of like almost 4-inch long handle. And let's see it compared to some of the usual suspect. This is the Untitled Rad number 2 and this is the Untitled Rad number 1. So as you can see, it's just a tad smaller than the Untitled Rad number 2, and it's also smaller than the Spyderco Para 3. Of course is going to be smaller than this Para Militari 2, also from Spyderco, but let's see how it compares up against the Chris Reeve knives Small Sebenza 21. Kind of like the same size, so very good EDCable size. And just because we have it here, let's check it out up against the large Sebenza 21, also from Chris Reeve knives, and let's take out some Russian guys to compare it. This Canadian little fella over here, 520 Philippe Georget design, custom knife factory, and this is also Peter Rassenti design, Snafu 2.0, also custom knife factory. And why not? Since we have it here, let's do it like that. Look at this, another Peter Rassenti designed. This is the custom Snafu, of course. Just teasing you guys over here. I said Russians, yeah. This is the Shilogorov Neon Zero, another beautiful EDCable size, but a little bit bigger than the Paysan. This is the also Shilogorov, fantastic F95R Slim, which is the bigger brother of the Neon Zero. So you have an idea of that size right there. And also here we've got another very cool one. This is the Steve Skiff Knives Culprit, very cool knife, but also same story. It's bigger than the Paysan. Let me show you, for example, another one. This is the Rick Hinderer knives XM18 3.5 inch long blade. So very interesting, but also bigger. If you have a small Nirvana, you can check it out, and look at that, it's gonna be basically the same size. If you happen to have a large Nirvana, you can see that the Paysan, of course, this is the Small Paysan, is smaller than the large Nirvana. And if you happen to have where is it? He lost one knife. No, oh, look at that. It's actually here. So I needed to do this because, guys, it's not that often that you see two large Nirvana full dress. So I just thought, you know, just to show it to you guys. What else can I show you? Cheburkov, small Strige. Let's take another couple of small blades that we have around here. So this is the Olon knives, Abolon with the Mokume scales. And you want to see something else? You want to see something Canadian? Sure, let's do it with this Kirby Lambert fully dressed. And also, look at that, dragon skin, carbo quartz, and Zirk, and also Holt Bladeworks Spectre V3 Prestige. And let me show you just this one because I have it here. This is the Shilogorov Custom Division Quantum right there. So it's a small boy. It's not that big. It's a compact one. It's EDCable size. It's something you throw in the pocket and it's gonna be there. It's a tall one, of course. It's, for example, taller than the small Nirvana, but it's still going to be very nice and nicely EDCable. So let's check it out. This is a full dress Small Paysan Peter Rassenti custom knife. Mokutai Chad Nichols integral handle. Look at this. Look at this. These are the layers of titanium alloys employed to welded together, employed to create this billet where you mill it out and you get this handle. You add some wizardry that Peter can do, and look at that. You get this beautiful, beautiful piece of pocket jewelry, I would say, at your disposal. So fantastic. Integral Mokutai handle, nicely chamfered all around. There's no internal skeletonization going on, of course, because it probably would be a pain in the neck to skeletonize the inside to reduce some weight, but it's like that. So it's just a solid billet of titanium, of Mokutai, sorry. It's incredible. You've got, of course, no standoffs, no backspacer, because it's a solid chunk. There's no lanyard hole option over here. You've got a lock release relief over here, because you see that the presentation scale is just a little bit indented, so to leave a little bit of area of real estate here for your finger to disengage the lock bar. There is no lock face insert in this case, but Peter's geometry is pretty good, so no lock stick whatsoever going on. You have very, very simple construction. This is one screw business. I mean, you've got two screws for the pocket clip, but the handle is just one pivot. You can use a T15 Torx bit screw to take this guy apart in like less than 30 seconds. You unscrew this, you're done. You pull it out, you got a couple of bearings on the inside, you clean it up, you toss it in, screw it, done. It's really, really simple, straightforward construction, very, very nice to maintain. It's gonna be just a breeze. No proprietary screws, nothing to be worried about. The pivot is not captive, it's spinning, so you might want to get ready with a couple of Torx bit, but not a big deal. You've got a nice zirconium pivot collar going on only on the show side, nothing on the lock side, because it would be probably too close to this cut out over here, so it's just on this side over here. Right over there you've got your nicely milled Mokutai pocket clip with titanium matching hardware, nice springy tension. It has a very cool clip ramp, absolutely functional. It's a little bit on the strong side as a clip, but it's good. It's not reversible, of course. It's not ambidextrous. It's tip-up carry only, and just gonna stay right over there. The blade is the special thing, the special feature of this one, because it's a 3-inch long Warncliffe blued dragon skin Damascus blade with a nice jimping, not too aggressive. Beautiful dimple going on over here. This has a mirror polished finish to it. For example, it's different than this other dragon skin, which is now there's just some oil, but it's this is not as mirror polished as that. Still gorgeous knife, but you have this kind of finish going on in this one, and of course Warncliffe style blade, full belly, only belly for the cutting edge, hollow grind, nice plunge grind, sharpening choil right over here, and absolutely thin behind the edge. Would you look at that? Guys, this is a slicer, of course. Even if the stock thickness is thin, and this, even if the main bevel, it's not like a full grind, full hollow, let's say, it's gonna be extremely good slicer. There's no billboarding going on the blade whatsoever. It never was. Peter only engraves underneath the pocket clip right over there with his logo, and it's a subtle and classy touch, in my opinion. Of course, you've got your thumb hole over here. I always, this is, it has some degree of chamfering going on, but usually I find Peter's knives to be a little bit on the sharp side. For example, this one, actually, you can actually feel that it's sharper, so I wouldn't mind a little bit of chamfering going on over here, but it's not a big deal. It's gonna give you a nice grip. You can do like a thumb flick, you can do a spidey flick. It's absolutely functional. The sound also that this guy produces, it's a joy, because you've got this one piece of mokutai, which is kind of like creating some magic when you deploy the blade. It's this good. It's a nice clacky thud with some resounding features to it. Really, it's really pleasant, nicely listenable. When you when you close it, just a very mellow, clinky sound. Really, really cool sound, guys. I like it. Nice and discreet when closing, and nice and sharp when opening. Really, really good. The weight in the pocket of this little fella is going to be 3.3 ounces, so very, very nice, not heavy whatsoever. When you hold the knife, you squeeze it, the grip is very good. You have this area, which I truly love. It's very nicely done, because this is going to sit right here on this side of the finger, and then you can just take advantage of the jimping right there, or maybe a little bit of this dimple, but mostly the jimping. It's gonna be pretty much your main grip. And even if it's a small handle, I mean, I kind of miss like a chunk of handle, it's gonna feel good in the hand because it's a one piece, so it's gonna feel solid. I'm not gonna try to do any kind of reverse grip, because it's gonna be, see that there's a piece missing, so it's not gonna feel as solid in my hand. But like in this grip, it's fine, even if it's a small one. So it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna be going batoning with this guy in any ways, because it's not mine, and also because it's a small one with a different purpose for sure. The texture, it's sleek, it's super sleek and smooth, so there's not much grippiness to it, but fit and finish is very good. Blade is perfectly centered. You don't see any gap, because there's no gaps. There's just like, the only gap is around the pivot collar, which fits perfectly. Of course, there's no blade play. Clip ramp is nicely designed. There's a good clip retention. It's nicely balanced. Deployment speed is very good, because this is just like deployable with the thumb hole. I mean, you can use two hands, of course, but you can do like a thumb flick, you can do a spidey flick, and it's gonna be absolutely reliably deploying with a nice sound and zero finger soreness gained during the process. So really, really cool. It's running on bearings, of course. Detent strength is on the medium to light side, I would say. There's not much kickback when the blade deploys, and you can actually touch the tip if you jam your finger in it, and probably I can also see I'm able to pull the blade out with my fingernail, but just, you know, don't do it. It's not that dangerous, but it's a little bit, as you can see, borderline protruding. It's not that protected, so just maybe 1 millimeter extra, it would be perfect, I think. There's, of course, no rattling when shaken. It's solidly put together. The lock release is sufficient. I would have preferred maybe a little bit more, but still I'm able to disengage the lock bar with no issues whatsoever. There's no detent ball ramp in any of Peter Rassenti's knives, but the hard step is not that bad, so there's not that much of a hard step right over here. Of course, you've got a free fall action as soon as you disengage the lock bar, but no guillotine effect. You're just gonna have to wiggle a little bit for you to be able to close the knife, and it's gonna glide nicely into the closed position. So very, very pleasant overall. You have Also a little bit of detent suction, not that much, so you're gonna have that magnetic effect when closing the blade. So I mean, overall, this guy is looking good because, of course, dragon skin Damascus, Mokutai handle. It's a fully dressed Peter Rassenti Small Paysan, so it's gonna look good for sure. It feels good in the hand. It sounds good. It's really, really expensive, but if you like it, go for it. You're not gonna be disappointed. So, there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.